Hi everyone, my name is Mtu Koza and welcome to PostgreSQL demo with Mtu Koza. Here on this video I'll be performing basic concepts like creating database on PostgreSQL, creating table, loading data to the table, performing query on the data. But before we start, we should know more about what is Postgres, and we're going to be answering a few questions. Like what is PostgreSQL? What are the advantages of PostgreSQL? Which data types are used in PostgreSQL? Which tools are used to connect PostgreSQL database server? What is pgadmin? What is PSQL? Which popular companies use PostgreSQL? Which is the main query language of PostgreSQL? Name the different type of parameters that are used in PostgreSQL. Is Postgres compatible with cloud? Okay, we're going to start with the first question. What is PostgreSQL? PostgreSQL or Postgres, which makes it easier to say, is a relational database management system that is robust and open source. It is object relational, which means that it supports features like function overloading and table inheritance. Postgres is used for creating advanced applications. It's compatible with all the main operating systems such as Windows, Unix, Mac OS, and Linux. Excuse me. What are the advantages of Postgres? The advantages of Postgres include that Postgres is highly fault tolerant, owning its feature of write-ahead logging. It is flexible and easy to learn. It supports a variety of replication methods. It can be used for large-scale web applications because of its powerful and robust nature. As a source code of Postgres is available for free due to its open source license. Users can edit and modify it easily according to their business requirements. Which data types are used in Postgres? Okay, the following data types are used in Postgres are numeric data types, geographic primitives, Boolean data types, character data types, monetary data types, array, document data type, datetime data type, customization data type. Okay, which tools are used to connect PostgreSQL server? Okay. We use two tools to connect to database SQL server. It is pgadmin, which will open right now. Pgadmin. Okay, this is pgadmin. Okay, go to open and then we're gonna come back to it later. Okay, and SQL shell. Okay, we'll open it later. What is pgadmin? Pgadmin is a free open source graphic front-end user interface administration tool. This web-based graphic user interface tool is prominently used to manage PostgreSQL databases. It assists in monitoring and managing numerous complex Postgres and EDB database systems. pgadmin is used to accomplish tasks like accessing, developing, and carrying out quality testing procedures. Okay, just answer that. And then what is PSQL? PSQL, okay, let us open it again. Just write SQL. Then we're gonna go back again to it. Okay, PSQL is a terminal-based front end of Postgres. It enables you to type the queries interactively, issue them to Postgres. To see the query results, alternatively, you can input from the file or command line arguments. Which popular companies use PostgreSQL? Okay, numerous high-profile organizations such as Apple, Spotify, IMDb, Instagram, Skype make use of Postgres database owing to its excellent features. Which is the main query language for PostgreSQL? The main query language for PostgreSQL is SQL or structured query language is the main query language for PostgreSQL. Okay, name the different type of parameters that are used in PostgreSQL. Okay, Operators are the special characters or ways that are used to mainly in the workflows of the PostgreSQL. These operators can be used to perform a variety of functions and operations. Okay, the different type of operators that are used in PostgreSQL are as follows: arithmetic operators, logical operators, comparison operators, and bitwise operators. Lastly, is Postgres compatible with cloud? Okay, yes, Postgres is compatible with cloud and can be run on cloud. Postgres is highly portable, moreover is similar to other open source databases. Postgres can be effortlessly executed on virtual containers. Okay, now we're gonna go back to PG admin. Okay, since we opened it, this is Postgres. I mean, when you start it opens, you need your password that you use to when you install it. Password. Okay, if your password is correct, if you press on the server, show you PostgreSQL, which is the version that we had. Okay, another password. Okay, this is PostgreSQL. As you can see, we have login rows, but we were going to be busy on the databases. As you can see, this is our database. Okay, we're going to create our own new database. Just click, right click, create database. Okay, our database name will be data engineer. Okay, I've already did the thing before, so that's why it's showing. Okay, and then we save it. Saving. So now we'll be seeing our database. So here's our database, doesn't have any tables. On the schemas, let's check on the table. Nothing. So we're going to be create a student database, or a student table. In fact, as you can see, this is the table. The dataset has ID, sex, test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, final mark, and final result. So if you can see, all these are integers, and these are variable character. So we're going to create a table for this, and then so you can perform queries on them. Okay, first things first, what we do here, we're going to run. Okay, we're going to open a query tool. Either do it here on top, or just right click here, and here's a query tool. Okay, the first thing that we do here is to create a table if not exist. Okay, we're gonna create table. Okay, let's say if not exist. Any mistake, not exist, we name it students, then open brackets, and then we're going to include everything here from ID, sex, test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, test 5. Actually is just not final mark and final results. Okay, start with ID, which will be an integer. Then will be sex, it will be a variable character. You can just say 50. Okay, we're going to be test underscore 1, which is an integer. Test underscore 2, also an integer. Test underscore 3 is an integer. Test underscore 4 is an integer. Okay, final mark is an integer. Okay, then the final score result, which is a voucher. Let's just say 50. And then we close the semicolon, and then we're going to execute this and see if we created the table or not. Okay, query returned successfully in 249 milliseconds. Okay, to check if we created a database, we can say select all from students. Okay, to run this, we can use F5 or this button here. Okay, now it's showing us we have ID6, test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, final mark, and final results. Just to be sure, let's check if, yeah, I think everything is fine. And then we come here, let's say refresh here. Okay, we'll refresh, we come to schemas, go down to the tables. Now we have a table. Okay. Alright, now we have to load data on the table. We have one table here, it just shows on the side. Okay, we come to import and export data. Because I already did this one, my data set is on the desktop, so it shows that is a path. Okay, and here showing us, okay, I'm not going to edit anything here, it's fine like this. And then columns to import are the one that I did the tables with, then it's fine. And then I can say okay. Okay, data copying, you can see here if it's another color, that means it didn't go through. Now I can run this again and see. Now it's different. You can see that what I have here is almost the same as actually what I have here. Now I can perform queries on the data set. Okay, which queries I can perform? Okay, this is the first one we just did. We show all the records on the data set. Okay, now number of students on the data set. Okay, here we count ID. Okay, say distinct, just like that, distinct ID from students. Okay, say as students underscore present. Okay, run this. Okay, we have 80 students on our data set. Okay, what can we do? Okay, show up the top 5 students who passed. Okay, select all from students. Okay, order by final mark, order by final mark, and then we descend, and then we limit to 5. Limit to 5, and let's see who are the top students. Okay, these are the top students. Number 1 got 89, number 2 84, 79, 79. Okay, we have 3 students who obtained 79, and all the students are male students. So just to be sure, let's see if something is not wrong. Let's say limit to 10 and see on the top 10 if there's the same gender or not. Okay, we can come here to maximize this because it doesn't show all the data. Okay, on the top 10 we have 2 female students. Okay, then what we can do now, here we're using order by. Actually we're limiting them to, we can use the fetch method. Let's choose fetch. Select all from student. Okay, we have order. Same thing I can do the final mark. Okay, with this end we just fetch. Okay, with first 5 rows only. Okay, first 5 rows only. Same thing I just did earlier. But with this one we can check who's number 2 like this. Okay, say check number 1, not number 1. Okay, number 1 is like this. We know that number 1 is the highest one. Okay, it's 89. Now we want to see number 2 without showing number 1. Say offset. Offset 1, which means you're going to exclude number 1. Showing us the second row. Okay, now we want to see the students who obtained the lowest and the highest. Okay, so 2 different queries. We select maximum, say final mark from students. Then we execute this, see who obtained the highest mark. Okay, we have the student obtained the final. Now we need to see who obtained the lowest mark, which is max, min, and okay, the lowest is 0. Okay, we can continue with this and find the average. Okay, the average is 48. It's 45.80. Okay, what else can we check? Okay, we can check the highest mark for a female and a male student on the data set. Okay, now we can select sex. Okay, max, final mark. Can say as top students. These are the top students per gender, not just like this is fine. The top students from students. Okay, we group by sex and order by space there, order by top students, then descending from highest to lowest. Okay, it shows us top student is a male, which is obtained 79, and top female obtained 74. These are the highest rates in their respective genders. Okay, what you need to do now, actually we need to show students okay, let's show number of students that passed and students that failed. No. Okay, let's do like this. Select. Okay, actually, let me take this. Counting number of male students who passed and failed. Select. Okay. Okay, I'm going to include a web clause here where final results is equals to pass. Okay, let's see if everything right. Actually, this one not supposed to be here. Cut this. Or from students here. I can include it here. Okay. Now we can see the number of male students who passed and female students who passed. There are 18 male who passed and 16 who passed. Okay. And now we can, let's use this query. I want to write to the students that passed. Okay, we already know the average. Check what's the average. The average. It's 49. Okay, the pass mark is 50. That's one we show apart. So what I want to do here is to group students based on their results. Let's say the students who obtained less than 50 let's say can group them and say these are less performers, and students maybe who obtain 50 to 65, they say average students, and above that they say top students. Going to make a column on the side that specifies which students are top performers and things like that. On here, what you're going to use a case. Okay, we select sex. We select the final result, final mark. Okay, we start. Okay, let me make this. Okay, we start this case. We say when final mark is less or equals to 49, then Okay, what can you see? Not performing students. Performing, just say not performing. Not performing. Okay, and then say when final mark is greater than 49 and final mark is less or equals to 65. Okay, then gonna say average performance. Okay, and then we say when final mark is greater than 65, and we say top performance. Okay, and then we end it and we say as student underscore range. Okay, and then we say it from students our table, and we order by final marks, so it can be it can look pretty by final mark, and then we descend. Okay, now we run this. Okay, now we open it. As you can see, the column that you made on the right hand side shows that students, like here it's 89 to 60, I think 66. These are top performers, and 65 to 50 is average, and downwards is not performing students. Okay, the last query we're going to perform here is going to check all the students who obtained average, and already know the average is 45.80, but now we're going to use it, execute the query using the join operator. Okay, how we do it is select all from students. Here we're going to, actually we're using a subquery here. Okay, select all from students. Okay, yes, and then we're going to join. We do have the code, so we're going to get the code for average. Here is the code. This is a subquery. Okay, open bracket, and then we put it inside. Okay, we'll remove the semicolon. Okay, we're going to include here, say fine, for the final mark, and then say average students, or average on students, or whatever it says. Okay, we say on, yes, final underscore mark is greater than average underscore students. So using aliases most of the time here. Okay, and then close the semicolon. Okay, these are the students that obtained the average. Some of them pass, some of them fail. You can use the word clause to sort it out. But this one is a task query for pitch admin. I want to move fast on to the PSQL. Okay, as we stated earlier, but PSQL, that PSQL is the interface you can use to access through the terminal. As you saw, that's how we started. To just went here, and then when you type PSQL or SQL, it just appears. Okay, gonna open this window. Okay, here we have our local. The server is registered as local. Okay, just press enter, and the database is Postgres, and the port number assigned to us is 5432, and the username is Postgres. What we do here, we just write our password, punch in our password. Error. If you continue, it's going to close. Okay, we're coming back to it. Okay, KS. If you press the password, will just close this. Okay, enter here, enter, and then make sure I punch on the password correctly. Okay, so here you're going to be performing basic tasks that you can see on Postgres command line. Okay, to list all the available databases with Postgres database server. Okay, let me do this first. Come back here so you can see what I'm about to do. You can see here we have 3 databases. Okay, now I'm going to use this to show it on this command line. Okay, to list all the databases, we use this command line, / and type L and then press enter. So what this shows here, we see the tables with all the databases and their name, and the owner, the access, the privileges. Okay, so if you want to switch from one database to another, do like this. Okay, let's say /c, and then you start with data engineer, data_engineer. You see, now you are now connected to the database, and then to switch from this one, you can say /c. Let's check one. Okay, let's say SQL demo, just like that. You just move. Okay, let's go back to this one. Okay, now to list all the okay. Now what we need to do, since we're inside here, we say /d, and then we have a student. Okay, as you can see here, it shows us the table that we have. We only have one table on this data set. Okay, let's see on the other one. Okay, we're moving to the SQL demo. Okay, and then we say /d. See here, I have more than one table. Okay, so here it shows you it returns all the column data types, collections, whether they are nullable or not, and things like that. When you press like this, when they say, for instance, okay, /d, and then you say, let's go to movies. So I'm going to show you the ID, the movie ID, the name, the genre, the ratings. So here it shows you the schema about the database or the table that we just been in. Okay. Let's do it on the one that we just created. Students. Okay. Shows us everything in the schema. Okay, let's perform one query here, the basic one. Okay, select all from students. Now we need to put a semicolon because now we're writing a command. Oh, it's important to include a limit because we don't know. Okay, depending on the number of columns that you have, rows in fact, it could be more, but so it limits you, so we have to be pressing the enter. Since we know there's only 80 columns here, makes us feel fine, but we just have to do something like this. Okay, we say limit space limit to 10. So now we know. We can also perform queries here. Okay, let's see, we select all from students where final score mark is greater than 50, showing us the students, return 32 rows. Okay. Let's write a complex one. Okay, let's do like this. Select ID sex test 1 and final results from students where sex is equals to female. Okay, and final results equals to just run something and then press the return button. So we started where sex is equals to female and final results equal to fail. Let's see if it's going to run. So this is the end of my video, and thank you for sticking in. And sorry for the ear, I'm just using headphone and this is my first video. And please comment and tell me what I did wrong or right, and your input will be appreciated. Thank you for watching my video, and goodbye.